Well, we're still talking about and looking at value creation and customer experience here on the program, and I've been having that conversation with an entrepreneur and creative director at Ipoint Limited, Peter Ogbonna. He's still here with me in the studio. Thank you so much, Peter, for sticking around.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, just before we went on break and I came back and started my conversation with Rotimi, we talked about coming back and looking at how companies can leverage on customer experience to not only create a loyal customer base, but be able to retain it.
Okay, when it comes to customer retention, especially in our present day, my advice is I have a couple of points there. The first thing is we need to understand that the market we're serving is very informed now. Okay, gone are the days when people go to the cafe to check their mails. Mails come to us on our handheld devices. Uncle Google has made everybody aware of what's happening around the world. So you're not serving a market that doesn't know what excellence means. So you need to have that at the back of your mind. That's number one. Then I talked about customer experience. Customer experience is everything that happens before and after sales, before and after services.
So after, it's not that, after selling that product to me, the customer or the company should just fold their hands and just watch. They should do an after sale.
They should do a before sale and after sale.
After
before sale should attract me there. After sale is what retains me. And after sale are all the things. And then if a couple of them are doing it, but they need to upgrade it, which is where the innovation comes in. They need to step up their game. Gone are the days where you take your phone and tell somebody, hey, check out, my bank sent me an SMS, birthday SMS. It's moved beyond that. Are you excited again because you got an SMS from a bank? You're not. Anything that doesn't create excitement in the mind of the customer is outdated. So we need to move to the next level. Now, where we are is we are in a personalized market system. So we need to personalize a lot more. People want to see something more than that. People want to go to a particular place, hear a podcast that is saying something on my birthday. People want to go and view a video that was made for my birthday. Something a bit more personalized to me. Because the environment is getting very informal. I mean, you see two people sitting down together. They are not talking to each other. They are chatting. So people want that close touch. So organizations need to look into that. The next thing they need to look into is, I learned from my consulting years that there are 5 dimensions to impact. 5 dimensions. The first is you need to appeal to people's their sense of sight. What they see matter, right? Sense of touch, what they feel. Sense of smell, of course, what goes into their nostrils. Sense of taste, right? And what they hear. Now, it means after you finished servicing me, you need to find the best way to trigger any of those senses, because that's what's going to make me come back. I know a particular dry cleaning outlet that I've been using for years. In fact, they opened one close to where I stay, but I still come all the way. Why? There's something about the smiles I get when I enter there. It's just unreal. And those smiles have been consistent. They've changed those ladies, but I keep getting those smiles. My sister, I want to see those smiles. Right? I've been going back there. Somebody said, why would you take your jacket all the way? Are they giving you any special discount? As a matter of fact, I'm paying more because I'm paying the same amount, but I'm traveling a longer distance. But I go in there because I feel that warmth. I feel that we love you. We appreciate you. Now, can I hold that thing? I can't hold it. It's a feeling. It's something. That's why I say it's the aha moment. I can explain it, but I know it when I see it, when I feel it. So companies should invest more in doing that. Companies should, I talked about creating categories for different clients. That's ranking clients. That era is almost outdated. What you need to do with your ranking is to link. You need to link your clients, not just rank them. Now, you see a typical financial institution that has database of different classes of people, high-end individuals, medium, low-end, but they are not harnessing their database. Companies need to mine their data. What do I mean? Link these people. They have needs. The high-end individual has a need that the other guy could meet. He would rather deal with. Don't forget, we are living in the environment is a bit volatile. People would rather go to someone that someone recommended them to.
So, in other words, even though I am a company who has so many customers,
Yep.
I can create a value chain among my customers and still build other businesses. So in other words, I'm collecting, but I'm also still giving back somehow.
And then you're collecting again, because once you build those businesses, they come back, they are loyal to you. You know what? Each time this person wants to misbehave, he thinks, I don't want the other guy to report me to this other person. So you are building loyalty on the go. Each time they need that service, they come back to you. Secondly, they will now make you their consultants. That's another level of value. So organizations need to, there are companies that are not making money and they don't have any business not making money because you have a database. It's a data-driven world. If you have data, you are ahead. But what are you doing with the data, okay? Next thing is, I've talked about personalizing. I think companies should jump curves. Don't just go around the curves, jump it. This is what I mean. If you want to make improvement, don't just improve, transform. The speed of change is so much that when you think that, I'm moving one step ahead, the world is moving 20 steps ahead, so you are 19 steps behind. A lot of companies, there are so many things that needs to change. A lot of companies are still benchmarking, and their benchmarking companies that were the best 5 years before. And they're saying 5 years to come, we are going to be like the best 5 years before. But the world is saying to them even now that in 5 years' time, we would have gone 15 years ahead. So a lot of dynamics has to come into this and be changed. And now if you're a company operating in Nigeria, we know how the trend moves. That sometimes it comes, especially when it comes to innovation or new things, it moves from India, goes to South Africa, and then it comes to Nigeria. It means that maybe companies need to watch the trend in India or probably the trend in South Africa, because we know that somehow there's a way the thing goes round and it comes to Nigeria. It means anything that is it's selling, anything that is trending in essay, we should begin to develop the framework for it in Nigeria. It may not come here in the next 5 years, but what it means is that you've gotten yourself ready 5 years ahead of all your competitors. And then when your customers travel out and they come back, they will know that, these guys are informed. They understand.
Which also means that you have this ability then to retain your customers. And for instance, they might not even necessarily have to travel outside again to get that particular product when they can get in here.
They can just get it here. But you need to prove to them that you are thinking in geometrical rates, not just arithmetic progressional rates. You are just very much ahead of them. So companies need to invest in research. We don't do a lot of that. Active, proactive research, not the one that goes into your shelf. Research for a particular, like I said, you want to open a business, you want to churn out a product, commission a company to go into the market and ask people. The days of produce in the warehouse, move to the market has gone. You try today, you will consume it all by yourself. The market needs to tell you, this is what we are feeling. The funny thing is that even the market, sometimes they can't define exactly what they want to eat. But if you listen to their conversations, if you listen, you see, the market is very funny. Very funny. MP3 came out, and before you knew what was happening, who uses MP3 again? Why? Because iPod said, I have something that can give you far more than MP3 is giving you. The market was still in Discman when iPod said, there's an iPod. But, I like the Apple model. They observe people. They observe the way you are walking, the way, you know how it is. They say, when you observe the way a thief is moving, you will know where he's going to enter. Observe the market. Watch them. Market organizations need to invest on intelligence. The way the military invests on intelligence, you need to invest on intelligence, because the market is very funny. When you think that they are enjoying hip-hop, you bring out a truckload of hip-hop, they will tell you that
it's high life.
It's high life. Oh. So you need to get into their midst, and all of these things, you observe it from the rituals of the market, from the mentality of the market, from the conversations. You need somebody to infiltrate the system.
Okay.